The Justin Robert Young program brought to you as always by everybody who supports us at PayJuryDaily.com. That's where you can go to support the show. Just that easy. PayJuryDaily.com. Also, you want to come see myself, Brian Brushwood? You want to see Ice Cream Social? Huh? You want to see the Modern Rogue live on stage for the first time? Do you want to see musical performances by the Possum Posse and Dual Core? Do you want to see special guest appearances by Tom Merritt, Andrew Heaton, Willie Dills Gregory, and the Whiskey Tribe? Well, friends, all you got to do is head on over to podcastlink.com/Night Attack, and you can get into South by So Wasted in Austin, Texas, March 9th at the North Door. Tickets, baby, they are going fast, and you need to get them right now. So again, March 9th at the North Door. You can go see South by So Wasted. Live performances by Night Attack and Ice Cream Social. Podcastlink.com/Night Attack. Enough talking about how we support the show. What do you say? We just do the damn thing. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, good friends? It's your old pal, Justin Robert Young, back with you for another episode of the Justin Robert Young Show. We like to call it Jury Daily. Hi, howdy. Man, we got a lot going on here. By the way, breaking news on the South by So Wasted show. We have had such interest in the program. We've had so many people that have wanted to come on and do stuff, so many special guests that we're trying to work in. We are adjusting the showtime slightly. We are slightly adjusting the showtime. So doors will now be at 1:30 instead of 2 o'clock. Again, doors are now at 1:30 instead of 2 o'clock. That's going to give us a little bit more time to set everything up. But just like last time, as soon as people walk in, we want you to be hearing music. Like we're not going to do a lot of people sitting around. We want there to be a show as soon as you come in, so that way people are able to hear the most of the Possum Posse they possibly can. So we are now adjusting the doors at 1:30, and from the second people walk in, the goal at least is to have Possum Posse playing. It's going to be a good goddamn time. So if you are planning on going, then just know doors are now going to be open at 1:30 and not 2 o'clock. So if you do get there by 2 o'clock, then don't worry. We're going to be rocking and rolling as soon as possible. Okay, so friends, I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't, because there was definitely a little bit of a lull at the beginning of this week where I started talking about my choice, my decision, my forked path, whether or not I was going to stay loyal to United Airlines, something that I've done for over 5 years. I mean, Jesus, 6 years now. Yes, it is. I've come to a pathway wherein I cannot be buying United tickets exclusively. It would mean that I wouldn't have to go all the way to SFO. I could start to fly out of Oakland. And yesterday, I gave you guys all my options that fly out of Oakland. Now, I have been corrected on a few things. Number one, apparently both American and Delta do fly out of Oakland more frequently than I was initially led to believe. So I would have a shot to maybe fly out of with Delta or American. However, the move might just be to status match for everything, and we just rock and roll with everything. Or it might just be to say, you want to know what? I want to go all in on one airline, and we rock and roll from there. Now, somebody did email in, and this is, I guess, what has changed, what I teased up top. What has changed is the business flyers have found the podcast. Business flyers have written in. We've got great business flyer email at the end of this podcast. Everybody is with me. I feel like this is a gigantic decision that I will make tomorrow, and I feel your support. However, this is going to be the rebuttal. I've spent this entire time talking about how I am going to leave the embrace of United Airlines, and now I am here to tell you that my old beau, old steady, old rock solid, United Airlines is saying, whoa, 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 whoa. What is all this talk about a wandering eye? What is all this talk about you leaving our comfy home we've made together for the last half decade? What do you say you just sit right back and allow me to woo you? And so United says, sure, you fell short of gold status last year. And yes, it's true that for the first time in many, many years, you do not have the perks that you have relied upon. You now have silver status, and that, can be a little bit of a boner. But what if we could make that go away? What if we could make you gold again? What if we could have this entire problem not exist? And so I see on my phone, on my app, would you like to be gold? Just hit this button. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This was my only problem. I wouldn't even be thinking about defecting from United if I were still gold. Let me hit the button, and it says you have an opportunity to upgrade. However, there is a time limit, and I don't even think about the time limit. I say, just give me the offer. Give me the offer. Let me know what it will take. I am willing to dig out of my own pocket to make this what it was. And so, like Howie Mandel went to the banker, the United app starts cranking away, starts thinking. It says verifying your offer. And then it comes back. I can stay gold for $1,399. Let me tell you, friends, that's at the high end of what I would think about spending for status. $1,399 is something that would get me out of the country. I think that was about what it would cost to get to Europe, to get to Asia. I think I could probably fly there and back to Japan if I pick the right dates. I mean, Jesus, I could be a real baller and get a suit of armor delivered from San Francisco for them prices. I could buy a new iPhone, although maybe not one of them their folding ass Samsung phones. But on the other hand, what am I buying? I mean, is there a price to be put of peace of mind? It is a one-time fee. It gets me that status for the rest of the year. We are only in the waning days of February, so it would be 10 months of everywhere I go, I get what I'm used to. I get what I believe I'm owed, including same-day flight changes, free upgrades to Economy Plus, and 2 50-pound bags free. Now, the 50-pound bag thing is actually fairly crucial because if we go anywhere to sell contenders, them shits are really fucking heavy. Now, on the other hand, let's assume that I leave United. I am walking out the door. On Southwest, I would not get same-day flight changes if I got the cheapest fares, which is normally what I'm going to go for. On Southwest, seats are lawless. There are no gods and no masters on Southwest. You board according to your booking. You have to check in at the right time, and then everybody runs in and just sits wherever the fuck they want. But the 2 bags do always fly free. So considering I now know what that price is, and I know what I'm going to get, now I look back at that ticking clock. Yeah. I go back to that ticking clock. And friends, when I look at it right now as I record this podcast, and again, I'm recording this at 3:36 p.m. Pacific time. The time left to register for this exclusive offer is 1 day, 8 hours, 23 minutes, and 8 seconds. There we go. How will I choose? How will I decide, friends? We find out tomorrow. But until then, news. Dinosaur barbecue. One of my favorite places to eat on the entire planet is now under fire for a Robert Kraft themed ad that they put up on Facebook. This according to the New York Post. The ad reads, "This week only, stop into the Syracuse Dinosaur to get a Robert Kraft, a.k.a. the jerked and pulled chicken sandwich. We'll be donating a percentage of the proceeds to the McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center." If you are unaware, Robert Kraft is the owner of the New England Patriots, who last week was implicated in a human trafficking sting where people were being imported from outside of the country to effectively live as slaves at a massage parlor in Jupiter, Florida, wherein allegedly the multi-billion-dollar owner of the New England Patriots got not 1, but 2 hand jobs on tape. the barbecue place, which is great, by the way. It's not good, it's great. And I've had barbecue all over the country. I've had barbecue at all the hot spots. I've had barbecue in all the cities where you're supposed to get barbecue, where it's amazing barbecue. I'm going to tell you this, Dinosaur Barbecue is among the best. Go check it out. I can only really vouch for the Syracuse location, but it's dope as fuck. In fact, I am allegedly going to receive a bottle of a Dinosaur Barbecue because somebody is coming down from Syracuse for South by Southwasted. But Dinosaur deleted the post. This came after some Twitter backlash. Somebody asked, I hope that the person who posted this is getting fired. The Dinosaur Barbecue Twitter tweeted out, they are. We'll be donating a percentage of the proceeds to the McMahon-Ryan Center to help raise awareness about this issue. This apparently came at the request of the McMahon-Ryan charity, saying, we do not support Dinosaur Barbecue in their post regarding Mr. Kraft and their reference to human trafficking. When we saw the post, we did try to reach out to them with no luck. We cannot accept donations that contradict our mission. I mean, look, was the joke in poor taste? Sure. Yeah, of course it was in poor taste. Did Robert Kraft definitely get his dick pulled by somebody that was effectively living as a human slave and absolutely a victim of human trafficking? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. So I'm not going to criticize the charity for backing out. I'm not even really going to criticize Dinosaur Barbecue for backing down on it. All I will say is this. If you are in the CNY area, if you're in the central New York area, well, I am asking you. I am saying it is time to go support Dinosaur Barbecue. I think they deserve it. And private citizen Justin Robert Young, a fan of Dinosaur Barbecue, would also like to say this. Robert Kraft is a piece of shit who took advantage of a slave. I'm sure that one's going to earn me a few emails. By the way, speaking of that, let's go ahead and check out what we got there. Email. You can always send your email to jurydaily@gmail.com. Again, jurydaily@gmail.com. Here are these business flyers. They came in. Ben wrote, I try to focus all my flying on one or two airlines. So Ben wrote a much longer email, and one of his points was, hey, look, really what matters to you are lounges and miles. And these days, I'm being too myopic. I'm thinking that the best way to get miles, the best way to get free flights is to go through the airlines, when really the whole game changed. And these days, the best thing is to consolidate on credit cards, fly the cheapest flight you can do, with the understanding that some flights are just always going to have cheaper flights on some routes, and just don't worry so much about the status. So Ben writes, I currently focus on flying on one or two airlines. That right now is American and United because I status challenged United. My goal is to status challenge Delta next year because they are the biggest airline out of my home. If I can't get on my two primary carriers, I book with JetBlue, Delta, or Southwest because those miles don't expire. Sure, you aren't earning bonus miles, but take what you can get, right? Direct flights are really, really, really great. And if you're earning 5 Amex points per dollar spent on the fare or 3 Chase points, you are still doing well from an earning standpoint. I don't remember if you disclosed how much it was going to cost you to keep gold status, but the Points Guy values each status level, and United's can be found at the link below. Keep in mind, the Points Guide assumes that you are flying to earn that status, not paying for it, so your mileage may vary. In general, it's not worth spending the extra money, in my opinion. But I've only been offered silver status, which won't get me many free upgrades. Finally, how do you want to redeem these points? JetBlue points are good for domestic travel and really easy to use because they are tied to the fare of the flight. More expensive cash price, more points needed to book. If you want international or travel partners, JetBlue and Southwest are bad choices because they don't have international partners. Again, going back to Chase and Amex, you can transfer those points into international partners, which would give you additional flexibility and redemption on top of earned points. I would personally rather fly out of Oakland than drive to SFO whenever possible, but the lack of a lounge is tough. But if you're that close, getting to the airport is easy, and you'll probably know of the delays and be able to leave your house later. All right. The one thing that is different is that now Oakland does have I think it's called an Elevate Lounge, which is, based on all the reviews, pretty good. And I could just get a membership for that. Tobiah writes, I recently switched to Alaska Airlines myself, and because I live in San Jose, like you, I didn't want to have to go to SFO constantly. Alaska has a lot of options out of San Jose, and the majority of my work travel is along the West Coast. Thus, it has worked out nicely. I almost always get bumped to first class, and if not premium class, with tons of leg room and fancy-ass snacks. The one part that makes me infinitely sad is my international travel. Normally a fantastic way to build points and status, but Alaska has limited options, and often the cheapest flights aren't through their partners, so I have to book a flight through Delta. It is rather annoying and inefficient point-wise, but since I'm already Alaska MVP Gold, I still book all my domestic flights with them. My work also has deals with Alaska, so often their flights are way cheaper than what I would pay normally. That said, they do hold sales often, so if you're good about booking work travel in advance, you can often catch some great deals, at least out of San Jose. Good luck, and I eagerly await hearing your results. Thank you, Tobiah. I would rather swallow molten lava than fly out of San Jose, but I appreciate your email. And finally, Kevin writes, nothing beats flying from a hub. Nothing else in this discussion matters. So in my opinion, United rules. Sincerely, someone who drives 2 hours, including an hour past a regional airport, to fly from a hub. Oh, man. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, this is the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. This is the hardest decision I've ever made. I mean, like, where to go to college, if I should get married, if I should quit my day job and become a podcaster, paling in comparison. Paling in comparison. Now, it might have to do with the fact that I made those decisions in the past, and I'm making this decision now, but I'm going to tell you guys, I'm all torn up about this. I am all torn up, but we're going to have to make a decision. The decision will be made tomorrow. This happens tomorrow on the show. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. I need your help. JuRYDaily@gmail.com. Again, JuRYDaily@gmail.com. That's where you have to email me. You got to email me. I'm telling you, man, this is getting stressful. Somebody needs to solve this for me. Then we have a shit ton of high thoughts. I want to thank our producers. They support us at PayJuRyDaily.com. Again, PayJuRyDaily.com. If you want to be one of these folks, head on over there. The Jen, PD Rave, Non-Specific, Rock and Roll Martian, Joe Acosta. Whoa! James, the OG Brito. Whoa! And Matthew B. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat is where you can follow me online. And you can join our Discord at bit.ly/JuRyDiscord. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your old pal, Justin Robert Jerb, saying please give a round of applause to Mr. Wacky, but almost more importantly, please don't die!
Do you like how your hair gets cut? Do you like when your friends fuck up? Don't you think you have had enough?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.